What's up, guys? It's September 23rd, 2025. We had a bear trend today. I was not expecting this. Um, yeah, I took a couple trades. So I took this trade here, and then I ended up getting out on this candle because every new low pulled back, and I thought that was the third leg down. Of course, and then I missed the easiest part of this leg. And I got a little I fumbled the ball, or I don't really watch sports, or I dropped the ball or something right around here because in terms of this leg, uh, I was using a 50% pullback for my target. So 50% pullback of yesterday for my target. And then if the price action lined up, I wanted to get long to swing back to the range of the open of the day because we're in a trading range. And I fumbled the ball. So I have been going for more than 1R on all my trades, and that really helped me today. I took this trade here, and I waited for Powell was speaking on this candle here. So I waited to get as close as it could to my stop loss, I think on this candle, and then I bought the market, rallied, and then I got stopped out, and then it rallied, and as it was going back up on this candle, I bought it again. So that's 2 times, and then boom, stopped me out down to the tick. And then I was being stubborn because now I thought this was like some sort of reversal pattern after 3 legs down, climax, and we're trading right around the 50% of this leg. We're above the higher time frame EMA, so I bought it one more time. Actually, this time I bought it where I was supposed to, on the 50% mark. Very short here. Problem is, bears are already getting at break even. This bar is rallying. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bear bars in a row. I thought this second leg was complete, hidden from here to here, and I got stopped out again. What's really interesting is I was only down 1 tick, so I took 1 trade here. I got filled here, I exited here, and this conundrum only put me down 1 tick. I was frustrated, but I don't know what to say because I did try and play the higher time frame pullback. I was trying to play a swing 50% of this, so I kind of am following in line with that 50% pullback system. I entered where I was supposed to. I market ordered a couple times. What I can say is I should have waited at least 1 time for this. I got stopped out 3 times in 3 bars. Or no, 2 times on these bars and stopped out on this candle. I think one of those stop outs could have been avoided. And then I asked myself, well, would I have been mad if this candle rallied? Probably not. So I can't really be mad that I got stopped out. I had an idea. It was more of a discretionary play based around 50% pullbacks and second legs, which is my system anyways. So I tried it, and it didn't work out this time. I was only down 1 tick, so going for more than 1R is definitely something I would encourage. 1R is the minimum, not the maximum. And prior to this, maybe week or 2, I've always been going for 1R and getting out. So, and also if you're going to go for 1R, that's going to change the probabilities because we are scalping. So scalping is usually just about 1R, a little bit less than 1R. So you got to kind of play the probabilities because, give me 1 second. Because you can mess up your system. Yesterday I went for 1R multiple times because there was gaps. Here I got just a little bit more than 1R and I got out because I thought it was the third leg down. So, and then look, ended up spilling over it. So what I'm just trying to get at is if you have a profitable system, use it, back test more bigger than 1R targets, and then adjust from there. I'm kind of doing it off the cuff. If I see gaps, if I see bars closing on their low, I'll keep trailing. I didn't trail this, but I'll like hold for a longer position is what I'm trying to say. And thank God I got filled on this bar. I saw this breakout. I was skeptical because breakout, but the gap is what made me decide to try a short one more time. So there's a gap. First pullback, didn't get filled here. I was annoyed on that, especially after getting stopped out 3 times. But I was like, just follow the system. Just follow the system. Didn't get filled here. Okay, then I saw another 3 bars, and I was really skeptical on this. And yeah, I got filled there, and I just put my target I put my target right around here. And then when I saw this bar, so look, I got filled and my target was almost hit, and I was dragging my TP. I saw this bar and it was really big, big enough for me to think that we're going to go at least 1 tick below it. we got follow through, and I quickly moved my TP to yesterday's open, and I got filled on this bar. Then I called it a day. Leg one, so leg one, pull back leg two, pull back leg three. Leg counting is my main filter, and gaps is what's helping me hold the trade. So if you guys are looking to figure out how you can hold trades longer, leg counting and gaps is where I would start after you have a solid base. Weekly, daily chart. Man, this looks good. I don't even know what that means. Does it look good for the bulls because this is a pullback, or does it look good for the bears because bears are trying to close on them slow, which hasn't happened in a while. Weekly chart is Tuesday. This bar yesterday, it was getting follow through, but today it's not getting the best follow through. What's interesting though is there's a rally here, so we know that bulls did get filled, and then it started to reverse. So now bulls are underwater. Are they going to buy more lower and get out at break even, or are they going to exit right away for a loss and cause a sell? We won't know till the rest of the bar's print. And then here's that 2 to 3 legs higher. Leg one, trend line break, pull back. Leg two, we don't have a trend line break, which is weird because I don't know why we didn't tag the, I guess the overnight session. So we didn't break the overnight session low, so not a trend line break, but an opposite bar. So leg one, pull back, leg two, pull back, and we'll see what happens the rest of the week. But I will say that I'm hesitant to say we're going to go into a trading range because yesterday I was like, oh yeah, trend days don't happen often. And then what do we get today? I think today's trend was easier than yesterday's. The bars were bigger, but yesterday's was just like more steady. But now we have had a big up and a big down, and technically that means trading range behavior. I think this leg's trying off to get a second leg down, but how is that going to happen? I don't know. So, pretty cool day. Gap up, bar one, follow through. So that's good for the bulls. And then bar two is follow through for bar one. So we have 3 to 4 bars in a row. 81 being one bar, the gap up being a bar, 2 and 3 being bars, 4 bull bars in a row. I wanted to take this trade here, but I'm trying not to trade the open as much. However, 4 bull bars in a row, 50% pullback, bears short down here, they short up here. This is the break even price. Get filled on 3 and exited on 5. Then it sells off. Bears get 2 to 3 legs down. Leg one, pull back, leg two, pull back, leg three. I saw this trade as well. I wanted to take it, but I was hesitant because bar 7 didn't close. It closed right around its midpoint, but it was trading range and we're in a trading range. The bear spike starts on the high of 5. It ends on the low of 7. Bulls that buy up here are going to buy more lower and get out 50%. But look, they even made money. It went past the 75% pullback mark, so that's something I wouldn't like to sit through. Nonetheless, the trade did work, and that would actually be a pretty good entry now that we can see the day. But at this time, I was more bullish on the day because we're above the higher time frame EMA. So trading range behavior, tight trading range, it's buy low, sell high. Bar 8, so now we have bar 9, bear bar 8, bear bar closing around its midpoint, and now finally bar, what is that? Did I say bar 8? I would say bar 9, bear bar 10, bear bar closing around its midpoint. Bar 11, bear bar closing on slow, and this is when I decided to get short because now I think there's some momentum in the market. Got filled on 12. I put my thing 1 tick below so you can see how, because this is actually not touching, but 1 tick below filled me. And then 1.5R was hit, but I was willing to sit through a pullback because I thought this entire structure, 9 to 14, can get its own second leg. And the reason I thought that was because although this is 2 legs down, leg 1, bar 12, pullback, leg 2, this is also no trend lines being broken. And then 15 breaks the trend line, get another trend line break on 18, and then it starts to sell off. I exited here for 3 legs down. Leg 1, pullback, leg 2, pullback, leg 3, new low, deep pullback, new low, deep pullback. And although I was short, I was looking around here, I was still kind of more bullish. I was just trading. I was short because of the price action, but yesterday's price action made me more bullish in the back of my head, so it was hard for me to hold. But pullback, 2-legged pullback. I like 18 for selling the close. Doesn't get the best fall through, but does get 3 bars down. And that's another setup. Bulls buy the high of 18. They buy more lower. You get filled on bar 21. Sit through some drawdown on the high of 22 and a little bit on 23. 1.5 R's hit, even 2 R's hit. Well, even like 5 R's hit, but in terms just with the fibs. Then we have a nice sell to close. What is it? Sell to close. I've looked up this definition, and a rally means going in one direction. So you could say bears are rallying because they're going down in one direction. I know I'm gonna have to check that again, but I'm pretty for this. The bears are rallying. They're going in one direction. 20. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I saw this trade too, but I was just hesitant because I was more bullish on the day. 1, 2, 3, 4 bear bars in a row. Pulls back the low of 27 to the high of 28, and then we get a second leg down. 26, 20, or 28, 29, 30, and even goes to 1.5 bar, and then this entire structure gets its own second leg, leg 1, pull back leg 2. Minimums met on 38, or you could even hold if you didn't scalp out and you're holding. I think that's hard. I think it's a hard short to hold above 38 or 39. 40. But if you do, you got a wedge top, leg 1, pull back leg 2, pull back leg 3, wedge top into resistance. It's resistance because bulls are selling out. We can't really see it, but if bulls buy up here, they buy more down here, they sell out here, so that becomes resistance. And then boom, you start to make some serious money. Bars 41, 42, 43. I'm gonna speed this up, guys. Bars 41, 42, 43. We talked about it already. There's a gap. And 44 is that first reversal in the context of these 3 bars, and that's a good short the high of that. And I'm hesitant to say that because I would not short the high of this. I'd wait to get filled just because we're above support in yesterday's rally. But then we start to see 45, 46, 47, and then 48. We're like, wow, another breakout. Nice gap too. This is the biggest gap. I could see a good reason to take profits here because it's kind of climactic after many legs down. Then it gets followed through 49, and then 49 gets followed through with a gap. Now we're trading very close to yesterday's low, or yesterday's open, excuse me, which is also happens to be yesterday's low, I guess. And that becomes the magnet. Boom, 51 tags that, and then we get a nice quick bullish leg. The market goes sideways. Big down, big up, vacuumed into support. Second leg, leg 1, pull back leg 2, pull back leg 3. That's a wedge bottom to support, and we go sideways for the rest of the day. There's one more trade here we could have taken. We could have also taken this trade. There's a couple trades you could have taken. I did not want to. Actually, I didn't size this one up. Okay, so maybe you would have got filled. Let's see. Depending if you go 1 tick below the 50% pullback or not, I guess, or maybe even 2 ticks. It's just how you're going to place your order. And I did it from 47 because that's where the last rally was. You could also do it from 46, but you definitely want to get filled. So leg 1, pull back leg 2, and then 53 through the low of 59. Second leg, very deep pullback, bar 60, 61. But then 2 bar reversal, 60, 61, 62, 60. What is that? 61, 62. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bear bars in a row, but it's kind of climactic, and we have put in a good low, and it's close to the end of the day. And then we get a nice bulls get a close above the EMA. I was kind of surprised about that. 3 bars, more than 3 bars in a row here for the bulls. The low, the spike, the channel from 66 to 71. I was trying to say that the channel starts on the low of 66, and then it rallies. There's even a micro second leg here. Bear short down here, they short up here, they get out break even here, and you catch a leg 2 up there, and then that entire structure becomes a leg 1, leg 2 move. Bear short down here, the short up here, you get filled on 50% pullback, and then you see you can make more than 1 R. Pretty cool day, guys. Let me know how you did. If you're interested in learning how I trade more and what I'm doing, check out the membership section. If not, it doesn't even matter. I appreciate you guys always tuning in. Have a good weekend. It's only Tuesday. I hope you guys are having a good week, and Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, let's finish strong. Thank you for your time, everyone. Bye.